Thanks. A long-running series of reports from the WBRZ investigative unit coming to a close in court today.
Former Baton Rouge Police officer Donald Steele sentenced to prison for malfeasance in office. Bess Casserly in the courtroom when Steele was offered the opportunity to reduce his time.
Michael, Sylvia, Steele was offered the opportunity to apologize, potentially reducing the time he will have to serve, but instead stuck to his guns. In a case full of twists and turns, the 4-year-long ordeal involving ex-BRPD officer Donald Steele ended just as unpredictably. This morning, Steele was given a year with 6 months suspended, but not before getting offered a chance to reduce that time by apologizing. Traditionally, before sentencing, the defendant writes a statement pleading for leniency from the judge. Most of the time, it involves an apology, which apparently Steele's did not. Judge Don Johnson gave Steele another opportunity to accept responsibility in court, something District Attorney Hiller Moore says he's never seen.
And to say, hey, I've read what you actually told the probation officer. That is, I didn't do this. I'm not guilty. I shouldn't get anything but a fine. He gave him another chance to wiggle off the hook, and that's the way I felt.
Steele told the judge and the victim that he was sorry for not issuing her a ticket.
It was complete, accurate bull.
Steele was arrested in 2021 on misdemeanor sexual battery and kidnapping charges stemming from a traffic stop in which the victim in this case claims he groped her.
He used his influence as a police officer and threatened her.
But those charges were essentially thrown out in 2024 when Judge Ebony Johnson Rose declared the victim lacked credibility and instead found Steele guilty on misdemeanor malfeasance, a crime that does not exist in the law. Then at the sentencing vacated his conviction, which was later overturned by 2 subsequent courts. Rose was temporarily removed from the bench in part because of this case. Our coverage of this case led to another alleged victim coming forward to the investigative unit, who says though she voluntarily hung out with Steele, he sexually touched her without her consent on 2 occasions.
Do you feel like you were sexually assaulted by this man?
Yes.
She never filed charges, and her claims had no impact on his pending court case. Steele was only being sentenced for a malfeasance in office charge.
The malfeasance was a result of him failing to issue a ticket. I think probation is an appropriate sentence for that.
Both the defense and state seemed unhappy with the sentence, but none more than the victim in this case, who became emotional and had to leave the courtroom while Steele made his apology.
We believe that this victim was victimized again today, but for her determination, her coming forward, her staying with this, she is a victor today.
One of Steele's attorneys, Franz Borgard, sent me this statement saying, in part, given the appellate posture of the case and the possibility for retrial, any sentencing statements can be used against Mr. Steele. So we're disappointed in the state's argument that he didn't accept responsibility. We plan to appeal and fully anticipate Mr. Steele will be back in court. For the investigative unit, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.